this podcast is going to be going up on both Nile's YouTube and ours. It's going to be the same video. So if whatever channel you're watching it on, yeah, like that's, just know that it's going to be on both. So yeah.
We have 3 podcasts here.
Yeah. Okay. Welcome to the collab podcast. We have Legacy Loading, Transparent Pod, and Oliver's Pod, Foreign Talk. All 5 people. This is a first time for all of us doing this.
Yeah. We're here at Nile's house. Thank you for hosting us on this nice comfortable couch.
It feels so funny like repeating everything.
I already said this, but it's important stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So first of all, Oliver's in town and he said he only wanted to do one podcast. So we're just like, yo, we'll all do it together.
Yeah, let's just run it once.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see how it turns
We'll cover
out,
it all. Yeah, we don't really have a game.
There's no plan here. We're just
roll.
It's better that way, dude. It's
me and Dorian sharing a mic if you guys are watching on YouTube.
Yeah. Me and Cousin never have plans, so like notes or anything.
We usually just start by saying like what we definitely don't want to cover, and then we just gotta go from there. But like honestly, everything's on the table.
Let's introduce. We didn't introduce last time. So Nyle, for people who don't know who you are, what do you do?
No, not good. I just do bodybuilding, a podcast, and some stupid social media shit.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I guess I'll do the same. Same page.
But you live in Dubai.
Yeah,
that's
but
you live in a cooler place doing the same shit as us.
So Oliver was flown into Houston by Inaka, right? Did you guys photo shoot?
Last weekend
For
their 5-year anniversary. So
nice.
I was there for like 5-6 days, I think, and then I flew out here.
How did you get involved with Inaka?
It was very casual, like, because I knew Charlie, right? And I like his clothes and like Inaka's clothes. So I just texted him like, yo, send me some stuff.
Oh, really?
Like no strings attached. He just sent me some shit.
Was this like after Cousin was with Inaka, or?
I guess it was like over a year ago.
Was with Inaka.
It was over a year ago.
Remember that? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That was a whole different era.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was when was that? 2 years ago?
That was 2021. Yeah.
But then anyway, he just sent me some shit. I fuck with it, and then we kind of just
Cool.
Yeah, man. How did you end up here?
How did I end up here? Because YoungLA, bro. Houston was obviously dope. I loved Houston for what it was, but if I wanted to continue to do what I do with YoungLA, you got to be here.
Yeah.
I think
you're like one of those guys who just walks around the gym with a camera and takes pictures of everyone. And
but I think
that's sick.
I think a lot of like athletes are starting to realize if you want to be involved, if you want to be like really invested in YoungLA, you got to be here.
Oh yeah.
So I'm happy I made the move, and it's all working out. Pretty. I was nervous at first, but it's been great.
Yeah, man.
It's a little better, anyways.
How many years ago did you move to Dubai?
I went there in 2020, and I kind of just stayed there for like 6 months. I went to LA 2 years ago. I got high as fuck in LA. I called this visa guy from Dubai, and I just made the move. So that was over 2 years ago.
You made a phone call to a
This was a high dog.
Yeah, I just scrolled through my WhatsApp. I found this guy's number that I had, and I was like, yo.
Because you just wanted to live there, like
no, it just like happened. I don't know.
No, explain this. What do you mean? You were living?
No, but I was in Dubai for like 6-7 months, and I really liked it there. But I was gonna try to move here somehow, and it was just like it's a long process moving here if you're from overseas. So I was sitting here. This is like around 2 years ago, scrolling through my WhatsApp. And then I had this contact to a visa, like a guy to make like they do visas and shit, right? There's a lot of companies like that in Dubai because it's a very easy process. And I texted him and he was like, "Yo, call me." And then I called him. 5 minutes later, he sent me a payment link and it was gone.
And then how soon after did you go to Dubai?
I flew back home to Sweden, packed my shit, and I went to Dubai.
Damn.
And you were one of the first ones to move there, right?
I guess so, yeah. And I just turned 19.
You're 19 years old.
I was 18 when I went there, though. Yeah.
You definitely started the Dubai wave, I think.
I guess, yeah.
Without a doubt.
In our circle, in the Gen Z, fucking fitness,
At 19, what made you think that was the place for you to be?
I don't know.
Because like there's no industry there, and you were at that point you were going hard on what YouTube.
I feel like it kind of suited my vibe.
This guy's a fucking animal, bro. I'm not surprised.
Have you ever been there to Dubai?
No, not
it's
yet.
It's a different world, bro. It's very different from anywhere else. Like,
what's the best thing about living there?
Safety.
Yeah.
Wow, it's quick. Yeah.
And taxes?
Safety, taxes.
Convenience,
cleanness.
I heard it's very clean. Well, obviously,
it's very clean
compared to like LA.
It's like pretty easy. Like it is expensive, but you can get a lot of stuff very cheap as well.
Yeah.
Like cleaning and
cars.
gas very cheap, stuff like that, you know. And then it's I don't know, the people you meet. There's a lot of cool people out there.
How's that gym? What's that gym that everybody goes to out there?
It's called Venus. Yeah.
What makes that gym so special?
I don't know. It's just
like
it's
a
just
playground.
a spot, you know.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's
it's just different because when you there's a lot of people doing social media there, but the most people that you see in the gym that are like fucking jacked, they don't even do social media. They just have like their own businesses and they do other shit.
I feel like you go there to like take bodybuilding more serious.
I guess, yeah.
Get away from like the influencers and all that.
Yeah,
bullshit.
yeah. There's a lot of more serious guys there than here, I think.
How was prepping in Dubai?
It was hard, man. It was so hot because it was during the summer. So I was there for like the whole summer, and my show was on August 20th. So I was literally there for like the whole summer.
Where was the show? The show was in the Middle East?
Romania.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
God damn.
It was
competing in Romania. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's like the biggest, I guess, one of the hot spots when it comes to bodybuilding in Europe. Like a lot of people go there. A lot of Russians, Middle Eastern people go there like to compete and shit, you know?
Yeah. Hey, we all competed here. That's pretty sick.
Yeah. We IFBB Pro.
And I was looking at me like,
OCB representative.
back in the day, bro. Back in the day.
So always got to bring it up, man. Dude, we're all bodybuilders.
I lived a different life, bro, before this shit.
For all the dads.
Talk about it, bro. Dorian's on prep right now, so how was
you're on prep right now?
I'm trying to follow Nile's steps. I'm trying to get a pro card, yeah.
Do you think you got your own steps, bro?
Nah.
Yeah,
You gotta make your own path.
No, I just asked him. He told me that we're probably gonna dive into that, but he said he got his pro card when he was 22 years old, which is for me absolutely mind blowing, to be honest.
I think it was 23.
It's
was
still,
26.
still
Still
that's crazy. Being so young and getting the pro card, that's crazy. Yeah.
What made you want to do that? Bodybuilding in the first
It
place.
was like my dream my entire life. Like I was fat when I was a kid, and so I finally got into like lifting when I was 12, when I was introduced to it in
12?
football. Yeah, I got my parents, my mom would like, she never bought me like a gaming system. She never wanted me to do anything, never let me on the computer. She had parental controls on the computer at all times, so I could never access it unless I needed to do work. I literally taped my phone to the corner of the room in the office space, told them that I needed to do some work. They went in, typed in the password, and then I got the little like phone camera, whatever I had at the time.
No way.
Checked it out. It was like a little game of like Hangman. Figured out the password. It was our street address. And every night in the middle of the night at 2-3 a.m. I would walk to the other room after she went to sleep at like 2 a.m. or something, eating her Cheetos, watching TV, and I would just play RuneScape and watch anime for like 3-4 hours.
And the rest is history. So.
And then also watch like things of like videos of Z's and other people like that. And then
Were you just like sitting out a room at 4 a.m. watching Z's?
Like hard sounds just playing in the background, bro.
I'll be at those raves someday. I'm not even kidding.
So, was anime a big influence then in wanting to like kind of build that crazy physique?
Yeah, 100%.
Bro, it's crazy how popular anime is with fitness, and it's like intertwined now.
A bunch of fucking TikTokers just jumped on the bandwagon.
You think it's like bandwagon shit?
Huh?
Who started? Like who's
TikTok? 100%.
You said they hopped on the bandwagon, but like who is the fitness people that were like known for anime shit?
Also, Ollie, bring your mic a little closer.
Closer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fitness people that are what?
Like who's like OG fitness also into anime person?
Well, it wasn't about fitness. It's that like TikTok originally was like a lot of kids that like weren't so, I don't know, I would consider not the kid, like not the most popular kids in school.
Okay.
They're the kids that are more like you'd consider like an otaku, which is like Japanese for like stays at home, does nothing, like watches anime and
NPC?
like, video games.
Yeah.
And so these people would like start getting more popular on TikTok. This was like, you know, you're more emo kids, you're more like not as popular, they're not playing sports all the time. They're like, they do a lot of anime and stuff, and they would pop off. And as I kept watching this on TikTok too, you know, I could see that anime was going more popular too. People were talking about it as Gen Z was growing. So I mean, it's really interesting to see, but it just seems like the culture these days is growing from social party scene down to like it's cool to
do
just
nothing
stay at your house and play video games and watch anime.
Yeah. Well, I look at someone like you. You're someone who's big in the fitness community, but you're also known for going to raves and going to concerts and doing a lot of social shit. How do you balance that?
Well, to be honest,
He's like, fuck, I don't really know.
This is a whole fucking thing. This is a whole fucking thing. So basically, balancing events and the gym. Nowadays, I don't go to events nearly as much, and I try to like make sure that I pick and choose my battles, especially because I'm really trying to get on the Olympia stage. But back in the day, I had trouble like getting super lean, and one of my biggest things that I wanted to do was like get shredded. Right. Yeah. I wanted to be shredded. I wanted to be lean. And this was also helpful for social media anyways. So what I would do is I use raves and festivals as my way of getting absolute crazy cardio in and losing a lot of water weight.
Damn. That's fucking crazy.
It was insane. That's sick, yeah. And I didn't drink alcohol. I was in a fraternity, so I drank tons of alcohol in my freshman year, gained 40 pounds off alcohol and unlimited dining cookies. And then I cut alcohol out of my system and haven't drank in 6 years. And ever since then, I would go to a rave. I obviously have tried like a good majority of drugs. I have. Nowadays, I don't, but back in the day, you know, like you take a little bit of Molly or something and you take maybe an upper and stuff and you're fucking sweating, bro. You're going really, really crazy. And nobody should ever do this.
Not advice.
Nobody should ever do this.
Dorian's like writing this down.
It's like
10 weeks out of Molly.
Cardio tomorrow, EDC.
It's literally the worst idea. You should never ever do this.
Going to a rave.
But nowadays, I still use it as my form of cardio. And what I'll do is like I just don't drink alcohol. I'll bring like my protein powder to the rave.
Yeah, I love that, bro.
I'll bring my protein bars to the rave. And then I also don't do any drugs except for caffeine, or maybe I'll microdose something, like I'll microdose tab in the morning, or I'll microdose like shrooms or something. Something where I still feel sober, but I'm just like a little bit happier, or a little bit change of a mindset.
A little change of mindset.
And then I just go there and socialize with friends while getting like 20,000 steps in the day and dancing.
Yeah.
And it's really cool because if you bring in protein, I mean, there's really no issue. You're just doing a lot of activity.
Do you do that like once every 3 months or so, or is it every month? Or
I'd say it was once every couple months maybe, but this last couple of months I've gone to quite a few events pretty commonly to the point where there was someone who commented on my page who's like, "What the fuck is this shit, bro? I feel like you're posting this every week now. I thought you were prepping for Olympia." And I'm like,
I do feel like every like rave photo looks the same, like the crowd in the back and just like shirtless, fucking glad.
Crazy lights. But you are bulking right now, right?
Yeah, I'm bulking.
And that must be hard if you're going to multiple events a month, yeah?
Well, I've always been a fat ass, so it's really not hard for me. Yeah, I love food, dude.
What's your diet like right now?
Chicken breast, salmon, rice, avocados, a lot of olive oil on top of the stuff because it just tastes good.
Healthy fats,
bananas, blueberries, mangoes, just a bunch of like frozen fruits.
Bro got so many bananas.
17 bananas.
When are you planning to step on stage again? Next year?
It was end of this year, but seeing how my progress is, like it's pretty good progress, but I really want to be ready for Olympia by the time I step on stage for my pro debut. Even though I know that in the field, technically sometimes the judges like to see you go through, like they like this, like building a relationship almost. You know what I'm saying? But I still want to feel ready for Olympia by the time I step on stage.
Have you ever done a pro show, or is it going to be your pro debut?
This is my pro debut.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Wait, so Oliver, you competed, right?
Yeah.
You won your show?
I didn't win.
You didn't win?
No, I didn't win. I placed fourth. Yeah.
You looked insane though.
Yeah, you look crazy, bro.
Sorry, that was your first show?
Yeah, it was my first show. Yeah.
Oh, first show. Yeah, first show.
I went straight to a pro qualifier because when you're from Dubai, you don't have to. There's no natural shows, so you can go straight to a pro qualifier.
I
think I asked you this, but do you have plans to compete again?
Or? Yeah. I will compete, but I don't know when. It's hard to say because I'm just in a stage now where I want to just travel, focus on business.
Because you like reap the benefits of like living life and doing shit. People love your content when you're traveling,
like, especially like now with Snapchat and everything. Like
so you literally just going out and doing shit and snapping it and stuff. That's working.
Yeah, for a living. Yeah,
people don't want to see you sitting in a hotel eating chicken.
No, that's the thing.
Let's cover Snap a little bit because we were talking about that in the car where exactly like you were saying, Joe. Like it almost is more beneficial to just be living life and doing stuff that people want to see.
Yeah, so it's almost like the more money I spend on doing stuff,
Dude,
more money I earn because people find it entertaining.
It's like, oh, you're always on Snapchat, but it's like, Snapchat's forcing me to get out and go do things and be with friends. And
how many followers on Snap? Do you have like 500 something?
Yeah, like 500,000 now.
And those are all like very fresh and relevant followers.
Yeah, from the past year or two.
even the past like 5 days or whatever since you've been here, you've been recognized from Snap over anything else.
I get way more recognized from Snap now,
which is crazy.
I gotta ask. I don't know if this is a topic not to talk about, but like, do you earn money from Snapchat?
Yeah.
That's like
it's my main source of income.
I wanted to ask that because I heard about. I didn't have idea that you actually earn money from Snapchat.
It's
I
pretty
heard that
new
last
though.
week.
It's pretty new, and not a lot of people have it, or people are starting to get it more now. But you have to be verified on Snap, and then you have to be in the Adderall program, which is like it's pretty hard to get into now because so many people were trying to do it. So yeah.
Can you say like what will like, let's say with your following, what can people like earn if they reach their following?
Bro, it really depends.
Depends,
it really
right?
Depends on like how much you post, how much Snap pushes you on like the explore page, and it's just like followers doesn't really matter on there unless you have like
it's views.
You
can earn a few thousand a day.
Yeah,
a day.
It's like basically it's like monetized like YouTube, right? So
yeah. But it's easier because it's like real time, no editing, and people find that more relatable too because it's like no filter basically.
Well, I can't. You said main. That's your main source.
Yeah.
That's insane. Dog.
That's insane.
Like it's my biggest.
Which means like your brand deals are
about
secondary.
that, like,
so your brand deals with Huge, Inaka, anyone else?
No, not at the moment. No. So
I fuck with Snap, bro. I think it's smart what they're doing, but it's also taking people away from YouTube, which I don't like because
it took me away from YouTube.
I really do love YouTube. I love watching YouTube videos like long form, and to see someone like David Dobrik completely stop YouTube just for Snapchat, I'm like, fuck, come on, dude. Like,
and his Snap-based content on YouTube was better than his content.
Yeah, dude. Snap content.
Because all he does on Snap is just take pics of his friends.
No, I can't.
Play fucking volleyball.
Last time I looked at David Dobrik's account, all it was 50 snaps of different girls.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's just them like eating and shit.
No, it was literally nothing else but like their face.
I'm like waiting for something to happen. I'm like, just selfies of this girl eating.
Can you explain that? Because like to me, like that's like for someone like you who maybe like you vlog a workout, you vlog your day, this and that, but like you're rewarded for basically just shit posting, like just posting like nonsense content.
Basically, yeah.
So like I don't understand what the draw is for kids to be on Snap. Like what? I don't get it.
Because people are just probably wondering what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know. People are so bored. Like we don't realize that because our lives are kind of crazy. Yeah. But most people in this world are just sitting at home on their phone and shit. You know,
millions of people just looking at pictures of David's friends all day, and like, what are they getting from that?
I don't know. Good
or
question.
Someone like
people like to see just things that they usually can't see. The things that you do. Like for example, you're just making your food right now, and like you're not gonna put that on a. Well, if you film full day of eating, you're gonna put that, but. Otherwise, you're not gonna film that what you're doing every second. And on Snapchat, you see those kind of little things that you usually can't see on social media. That's why people.
It's more like behind the scenes stuff, you know.
Yeah. It's literally someone like Sarah Safari. I know she always like when she's getting ready, she'll record herself like talking, putting her makeup on. I'm talking like 100 fucking snaps. I'm going through.
She told me she posts like at least 140 stories a day.
She's always on my Explorer, and I'm like, what is she posting? I'm like, boom, 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 boom. It's her like getting ready and stuff. It's crazy because people will go to the end because they'll put the clickbait.
Yeah,
and then you'll actually end up clicking like through all the snaps just because you wanted to see the.
And then in between all the stories is ads.
Yeah, bro.
You don't think about, but
it's smart. It's like a fucking system.
It is.
My question is how that works with like if you're in a relationship. For example, myself, like I am not allowed to have a Snapchat.
Sounds like a personal thing, brother.
I'm just asking. How would that like? You know what I mean? Like
before.
I think Snapchat changed over the years.
It's not just nudes.
It used to be all nudes,
listen to this. So I made it for like a couple of days, and I literally started opening like messages that people sent me. It was all nudes, bro. Guys and girls. I swear and everything. I was like, no, like my girlfriend was looking, and I was like, I'm gonna show you like what people sending. And I opened first one. It's like literally everything, bro.
But you don't really open snaps.
No,
from
I can't
people.
receive snaps from random people. Yeah. It's like Instagram. It goes in your request, like not even requests. I don't even get like you know.
Cause that'd be annoying as fuck. Damn, fucking Snapchat, bro.
No,
have you met any like the people at Snapchat? Because I see a lot of influencers now. They're going there to like HQ.
I haven't. I mean, the HQ is out here in LA.
It is.
I'd love to go, but not really, bro. Like I know a few people that know, all the insiders and shit, but no.
That's crazy.
Do you Snap? No.
My Snap is so bad. What? The problem is I had a private account till this year because I just never really.
Never thought.
I never really knew. Yeah. And then even when I did know, I was like, I don't know, maybe later or something.
Yeah.
Now that I'm trying so hard, bro, it's impossible.
What happened to me is just I always Snap, you know how Snap used to be very big like back in the days. And I told people for some random reason just to add my Snapchat. I don't know why. This was like 3-4 years ago. So I got up to like 50K followers, I think. And then the Swedish Snapchat team reached out to me and they wanted to get me verified when they started like the yellow star thing. This was over like 2.5 years ago.
Oh, so you're like OG. Like,
oh yeah,
Snap.
I guess yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I've been on the Explore for like 2.5 years, you know. So I always done it like for the past 2 years. I always done like a lot of stories every day, and only now everyone is starting to get into it and shit.
More people getting in the system means less money is getting dished out.
The way that I understand it is that Snap has a certain amount of money that they send out every day or every month or whatever it is. So like the more creators that are in the monetization program,
yeah, I think
it
used to be like that because they introduced monetization on Spotlight, which is like a TikTok version, I guess.
Explore page.
Yeah, not even Explore. It's like if you scroll all the way to the right, you'll see that it's like a page. You know, you can just scroll through. And if you got like a viral video over like 1 million views, you got like a bonus. And it's like that's how they started. Damn. And that's when they had that big pool, which everyone was talking about as well. They gave out like 1 million, 2 million. Like I don't know how much a day.
I did hear recently that they're gonna start cutting that, like in like YouTube. Remember that YouTube when you started, like they were paying shit ton of money like before. And I heard from someone that like that was like announced or something they're gonna cut it like same as YouTube before because they're paying way too much. To
I don't know. I heard they were gonna cut it down here in the US, but
yeah. The thing is, like, if the ads are still rolling, technically speaking, like the companies that are advertising are the ones paying for it. So as long as the views are there and as long as they value the clicks on their advertisements, they don't like nothing necessarily can happen.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. Do you ever really like look at ads like on Snapchat and stuff?
No, I don't.
That's the thing
Snapchat,
is like you can just tap through the.
That's what I'm saying. It's if I'm a business owner, I'm like, is anyone actually like?
Yeah, like you have an impression, or you have a view. Like you're saying, like my ad has 10 million impressions.
Yeah, like I'd rather put my money towards like an influencer to do like a direct ad on his story or like 100%. Feed, and then waste my money with fucking Snapchat.
Who owns Snap? Do you know?
I don't know.
They're their own thing. They're their own.
I don't even know.
That's why it's good because
they don't operate by the same rules.
It's not like
separate from Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, you can kind of talk.
It's not like Elon and Zuck.
Yeah, we'll get there later.
What I'm thinking though is that I don't really know how much that they pay, right? These guys pay, but like if you're like, Oliver and you're getting hundreds of thousands of views on these, right? I think maybe just even tapping through it, seeing that thing repetitively or seeing that same ad
because it's usually the same
ads.
It's usually the same ads.
Yeah.
And
that's true. Like Manscaped.
It's like recognition,
bro, how many times like slice my fucking shit shaving and I'm like, bro, I need that Manscaped shit.
I actually don't know.
No, because I just see it over and over again and I'm like,
how often do you slice your shit, bro?
That's what I'm saying, bro. And then you're like, damn, Manscaped, that shit. I heard that shit works.
Hey, bro, just get a Manscaped buzzer, dude. Stop nicking your balls.
Bro, fun fact, like random, Manscaped was on Shark Tank.
No way.
Yeah, that's where Manscaped was found, Shark Tank.
Shark Tank has some of the weirdest shit, dude.
Yeah.
Such a random off-track
bit of information, brother. Right, so Threads. Are you guys all on Threads?
Yeah, I was gonna.
Hell yeah.
No, I'm not yet.
Really?
I can't download the Threads.
There is one thing that I just read after I made that. If you try to erase Threads, you're erasing your whole IG profile.
Yeah.
What?
You can't erase Threads without erasing your IG. So I was
I'm
like,
not downloading
fuck
that shit,
this,
bro.
Yeah, for real. Like, you can deactivate, but you still have it in your bio. Like, the numbers above. But if you try to erase your Threads account, you're erasing your whole IG.
Bro, in 2 years, it's gonna be so sick to not have that in your bio because everyone's gonna have it.
They gotta make it look different. It takes up the whole bio.
Wait, what? I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Go like my bio.
You know what that means? That means which one are you in a row that you signed up for Threads. Yeah. That's why Zuckerberg has a number one. He was the first.
Who?
Zuckerberg, whatever his name is. But shout out.
My bad.
Yeah, he has number one. So like, you don't have it?
No. Do you not have Threads?
Yeah, I do.
Wait, but there's a thing in the bio.
I have it in mine.
Like you have one. I have like 4 million something. That means I'm like fourth.
Hey, I'm 3 million, bro.
Yeah, you're before me, bro.
It's crazy how fast everyone dude, with these new platforms and stuff. It's so crazy how like everyone just feels like if you're not on it right away, you're behind, and so like you rush to just get on it and just start.
I think it's dope.
It's exactly how
just
I feel
Twitter
right now.
Right, but like
yeah,
I think it's
literally Twitter. That's all it is.
But I don't know if it'll do that well, honestly.
Dude, yeah, I don't have this. I don't have this.
Really?
That's
so
not at all.
That's weird. I see it on everyone's profile.
Go to mine.
And that number is the number like when you signed up.
Yeah.
So I was like the 3 millionth person to
yeah.
get Threads. It's actually pretty low, honestly.
I think that's more for like shit talking, to be honest.
Shit talking?
Threads?
Bro, yeah. I would say like that's like I definitely have like I started posting something. I definitely wouldn't post that ever on my normal IG. You know what I mean? Like I posted today. My girlfriend left the house, and I can finally fart in peace. Literally, shit like that. And stupid things that I will never post. You know what I mean? Like just like because no one can see you, bro. Doing it like the dumbest thing that I saw so far is people putting their height and weight in bio on Threads. Like that's probably one of the dumbest things that I saw so far, for real. Like no one gives a fuck. How tall are you, bro?
That's not true, bro. That's not. There's some people out there that they spam comment.
It's not a Tinder.
Yes. How tall are you? How much do you weigh?
Yeah, bro.
I don't know why.
Especially in the bodybuilding industry.
Yeah.
That's all anyone ever cares about.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you should
bro.
separate that kind of. If you're already so much into bodybuilding, I think you should like maybe reveal some other side of you, not just you know what I mean, like.
You know what's even funnier about it? Everyone asks, but like when you tell them the truth, they disagree. Everyone, bro. No, bro, you're lying. You're 5 inches shorter every time.
Yeah.
People
6
say
foot.
you
No,
don't
you're not.
know your own height.
Oh, dude, all the time they're just like, no, you're lying. He's lying. I know he's this tall. I can see it.
You've been. How long have you had 1 million plus on Instagram for?
2021.
2021.
That's what I was gonna ask you.
Bro, I remember
What
when
was the
you
boom? Like what happened that blew you up?
Your swipe workout, right?
So ever since I was a kid, everything I was super motivated by was like really motivational, emotional workout like videos. Things that like had me going like, oh, I want to fucking like lift and shit.
Yeah.
So when I started making my content, one of my friends, Clark Fit from, I don't know if you remember who he was. He used to be, he was with Jump Shark. He might still be, but
Clark
Fit.
Clark Fit.
Yeah, I know.
He did a bunch of like
Definitely seen that
workout
name,
swipes.
He
and
lives
stuff.
down in San Diego as well, right?
Yeah. He's one of my boys. He did a bunch of workout swipes. I would consider him probably one of my first mentors in the social media field. He was like, yo, like I know you're trying to grow your account and you like these pics, but if you like workouts and everything, post some of your workouts. And so it had me doing that. And I guess I just combined what I was passionate about as a kid with my own workout swipes, and I tried to make them like workout videos, but instead of being on YouTube, on Instagram.
Yeah.
And then when TikTok came out, I went on TikTok and I was like, okay, how do I just like reuse my content, right? And it seems like nobody's doing this, so I just started posting my workouts on TikTok as well, to some music, because TikTok's all about the music, and I'm like, oh, this fits. And so I just kept continuously doing that, and I just kept growing a lot on Instagram, and then I kept growing a lot on TikTok from the same content on 2 different formats. And then it would like bounce off of each other. And as I was growing on both platforms, it would like people from there would go on Instagram, people from Instagram would go on TikTok.
Yeah.
And then finally Reels came out on Instagram, and I decided to like plan out some Reels that I felt like would really hit and just see if it worked. And I posted one. I don't remember how many it got. And then someone stole my camera.
Stole it at the gym?
Yeah, I was at the gym. I had it. I had it next to me. Came back, looked around, and it was gone.
Oh shit.
Yeah, had all my content from all the last few days. But the crazy thing about that, not last few days, last few like years. But the crazy thing about that is that
How big was your SD card, bro?
I had multiple SD cards in there.
Oh,
Yeah,
Did you have a camera bag, or like it was like a 2-slot camera?
it was a camera bag with the whole thing was gone.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. So and I don't even care about the money. Just don't take my fucking SD cards,
No,
bro.
that's the thing,
Please don't take
Yeah.
mine. And so at that point, I had taken a lot of workout content with Vanquish, and YoungLA had reached out to me. Giordani and Gary had reached out to me to join them, and this was like,
Yeah, when was this, like 21?
I don't remember if this is 2020 or 2021. One of those. Like it's like somewhere in the middle. And I couldn't make a decision because I was on contract with Vanquish and I wasn't allowed to leave. Like it was kind of like it was a legal issue.
Yeah.
And then finally, when I lost that content, I was just like, you know what? I don't have any Vanquish content anymore, so just fuck this. I'm just leaving. Fuck this. I'll leave. And so I took some weeks off. I got a new camera, planned a bunch of shit, got the YoungLA clothes, filmed a bunch of things, picked the best content I got my song that got me viral because I got this song, the Spartan song, got me viral on TikTok. And then I was like, okay, if this is popping off on TikTok, I feel like I could use this on Instagram. So I just waited until the moment where I made a huge announcement with YoungLA that I was with them, made it a workout reel for like, it was the chest and triceps reel that you and I were talking about. Yeah. Posted it, and it blew up and got like 1.2 million likes. I don't know how many views that is, but it got a lot of exposure, and that was it's kind of where it all came.
Did you grow a lot during the swipe workouts and shit as well?
Yeah, it was just a compilation.
Because I remember those times
montages.
When everyone who did swipe workouts.
Yeah, I need to see, because like I was not even on the social media. So I literally made Instagram when like I came in America, and I remember you popping all the time on my Explorer, bro. And I literally thought you were some kind of like anime character. I swear, because you were always. I swear, you had that haircut, bro. You were always like with those baggy pants, shirtless, and you were shredded all the time. So I was like, God damn! Like I thought you were like some superhuman at that time, I swear, bro, because you were posting
just immortal.
I'm just immortal, bro.
No, yeah,
I wanted to say that you definitely look way different than anyone else.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the first time I saw. It was definitely like one of those. What's that gym with the outside, with the
EOS?
Yeah,
yeah.
It was definitely a video there outside.
Did you also
bro? That place, I picked literally all the best places. I spent like months just figuring out the best places for the best lighting, the best angles, and I picked literally the specific time of each day. And I only filmed whenever the weather said it would be forecast. I was always going there like around 2 p.m. depending on the sunset, and I literally timed like my carbs, my pump, like the lighting, all just so I could get the perfect content all the fucking time.
That's what people don't see on social, like,
it was
it's behind the scenes.
That's really what I wanted to say, because like every time that you talk with someone that is big on social media, then you see actually how much actually they put inside and everything. It's not just like, oh, let's go film a workout in the gym and like whatever, like I get out of that day, whatever I filmed, that's it. It's like so much. I heard like from you, from Joy Aesthetics, from everyone like that, also planning stuff like that, and that's why you where you are. So like whoever is like, I guess, listening, I guess that's the only way to succeed, I guess.
It's also important to recognize then that like those videos are so finely tuned and timed that like you can't, like people just assume you look like that all the time, but you've literally, that's the peak. That's peak everything. Peak, like you said, carbs, lighting, pump, everything. So like it's super unrealistic to see those videos and be like, damn, this, like when you saw his video, you were like, you probably assumed he looked like that all the time, but obviously it's not the case.
And that's why Joe is always going to be a fucking god to me, man.
Because he looks like that all the time.
Yeah, 24/7.
That was so hard for me to do. And like, my content's a little bit different from his because I like to create like montages and I like to spend more time on editing. But he did that shit and posted every single day, man.
On the fly.
Every day.
Like, yo, get this video quick.
Right.
And just looks insane.
And I could only handle being that shredded for like 3 years. How many years did he do it?
This guy too.
This guy's been shredded fucking since I met him.
Yeah. I never got that at all. Yeah.
Like he was genetically like that though.
But bro, he was doing like 2 hours cardio every day.
Yeah, well, that's exactly. That's
and
like
the only thing I had was like salad and chicken.
Bro, literally when people were like, I was for a while like that. When I met them, like they met me like that. I was doing. I'm be honest, like I was eating a lot, but I was doing shit ton of cardio, bro. I was doing probably like 1.5 hours on a Stairmaster every day. Yeah. But like everything else was normal. Like I lived normal life. I was energized and everything. But maybe over a period of time later, like I was pretty down.
After the show,
after
you started depleting
like
a lot.
next to like in the end of second year of being shredded, then my energy started to like, and then I started bulking in the right time. So I was like, can't do this anymore. Like I'm way too deep now. I started losing like muscle mass and everything. Like I started shrinking.
Yeah, you were.
Literally over time. So because I wasn't using anything, I wasn't on anything.
Just up the dose.
Was there a point where you just were getting too shredded and you were just like too lethargic and you couldn't maintain it, or like what made you want to be like, all right, I need to actually start?
Yeah, it was
healthy.
It was affecting my mental health.
Yeah,
it was affecting my mental health
for sure,
and it was affecting my relationship big time. Yeah, and she likes food, and I just.
It's like you need to stay like that. You know what I mean? I can't eat this. I need to stay like that, right? Like it's like
like a disorder in a way, bro.
It is.
Oh, 100%, bro.
Body dysmorphia, like because you need, and you know, like if you eat that burger, maybe tomorrow you're gonna be watery, but you need to film because when you're shredded, all of that little things impact you way more. So if you eat a burger, you're gonna be really watery tomorrow. You know what I mean? So like if you wanna film that video tomorrow, you're not gonna be able because you're not gonna look like you usually look. So like every single time you're actually, even though you're not on prep, you're always like, oh, I'm not gonna take that, or I'm not gonna eat that, I'm not gonna go out. It's like,
it's a mental game.
It's also a mental game that you don't grow physically. maybe you can grow in social media, but you just don't gain any muscle.
No.
I actually don't know too much about your prep or struggles that you had. What was like some of the things that, because you did classic physique, right? So
yeah,
it's a little bit different.
Men's and classic.
Okay. So like, what were some of the things that you struggled with on prep the most?
Dude, honestly, I was just living in this box, and like deep into prep, I just had no feelings left, bro. I was just like, I wasn't happy. I wasn't sad. I was just like fucking. I had such a tunnel vision, bro. And no one was in Dubai. It was just like me, Alex was there, and then I just drove back and forth to the gym all day.
So it's just gym and content.
Yeah.
And
were you in a relationship at the time?
Yeah.
How was that? Balancing that?
Good. Like it worked out. She was on prep as well, so we kind of
okay.
met.
That's very different.
Yeah. So we just like we balanced it out pretty well, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's
That's
tough,
crazy.
man. But no, I was just like I zoned in, bro. Nothing, just no feelings. It was good. It worked.
Yeah. I feel like even those struggles, like I appreciate it. Obviously, looking back on it, you appreciate that you got to that point.
Yeah.
Pushed through, saw it to the end.
And then
you
kind of like, it's just like you prove yourself how far you can push yourself, if that makes sense.
Competing is something that is like has a long-term effect. Even if you do one show, what do you learn on that prep? It kind of stays with you.
Oh,
never goes away. In all different aspects of life, not 100%, just physically.
100%.
Like rice cakes and almond butter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be obsessed with that for the rest of my life.
What's the nastiest thing? What's the nastiest thing you ate on prep?
Bro,
the nastiest thing?
Yeah. Like something that you enjoyed eating, but it was like just like fish and rice cake. Like
I
used to do
a lot of
fish and rice cake.
Like tuna fish on a rice cake.
I used to do a lot of when I had chicken and rice. I used to do sugar-free syrup, and bro, it was.
I love
so
sugar-free
good.
syrup.
Cinnamon, bro.
I was about to say that. I don't really want to say this, but I poured sugar-free syrup on my chicken.
Bro, I did it all the time. All the time.
That's not that crazy. It's like chicken and waffles.
Yeah,
exactly. That's what I
minus
said.
The waffles.
Minus the waffles.
Minus the waffles and the
that was my
tasty
favorite
fried
meal of
chicken.
the day, bro.
Anyone who ever dieted, it has like the weirdest shit ever, like combinations. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Bro, I would eat a little spoon just to make my meals like last longer.
Yeah.
My hack was air fried Tyson chicken nuggets, and every day I would have like 6 chicken nuggets and sugar free.
Were you guys a meal
like
plan, or were you guys a meal plan, or like?
For my last show, for the first 2 shows, I was just like calorie counting, like macros. So I was having whatever, like just hence the
calories in, calories out.
I have time now on structured meal plan, and it sucks, to be honest. The reason of that being because like I have like 3,100 calories right now, right? But like if you eat that in a if it fits your macros, you can eat so much food. You know what I mean? Like the anabolic recipes and stuff like that. But I have rice and potatoes and chicken and beef. So like those are small meals in the end of the day, and like you digest those meals really fast. So it's definitely different. But for a show, for a prep, it's definitely more convenient for your body and for the end result. You know what I mean? But
to what? Do meal prep?
Do a structured meal plan. Yeah, you know what I mean. But like if it fits your macros, it's definitely better for our life. You know.
If you just want to get shredded for summer.
Yeah.
Just do macros. 100%.
Yeah, exactly.
I think macros are more for just day-to-day life, and then meal plan for prep.
Why did you choose to do meal plan this time instead of macros? Because I feel like you figured out if it fits your macros pretty well.
No, I definitely did. But at this time, Alex is coaching me, so he's Olympian, and he's, in my opinion, shout out Alex, one of the best coaches right now in the game with Kyle. And he basically what he does, he likes to keep everything to a dot. He needs he writes every single information down, right? So like with that said, keeping my food intake every single day the same, and just taking off. For example, last week I had 100 grams of helotop. This week he excluded that, but everything else stayed the same. So I'm just basically lowering down either like amount of rice, either amount of potatoes, but I'm still eating the same food towards the show. So he knows exactly when I eat something, how it affects me, and nothing's gonna change. Even cheat meals is gonna be like probably sushi all the time. So all the variables are basically controlled, and I can go like, why am I watery? Only reason why I get water or something, that means that I fucked up. You know what I mean? So he knows immediately. But I think it's way easier mentally. Physically, by eating is definitely more difficult because the volume is lower, and you're eating for 12 weeks exactly the same food over and over again.
Bro, well, you do grams or no?
Yeah.
Half a kg of egg whites every morning for 5 months.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's it. Nothing else.
How much is in a whole box? Like
that's 500, right?
Yeah, it's usually 500. But when you cook it, it's a big amount, bro.
Yeah.
It's like 20 egg whites.
You know what's crazy? So I ate egg whites all through prep. When I was in Dubai, remember we were talking, was I talking to you about that doctor that does like the cell therapy things?
Yes.
Bro,
yes.
so I did that. It basically, it's a doctor that whatever. He's got this crazy
I still need
machine.
to go there, bro.
Yeah, he puts this thing on your head, and it like scans your brain, like how your body reacts to certain things, and they give you like a sheet of like things that your body cannot really digest very well. Turns out that like on the far end of the red end which is avoid these foods, was egg whites. So like it's very inflammatory to me, but like obviously egg whites is a staple in bodybuilding. So ever since I started bodybuilding, it's egg whites every day.
Did you stop?
I stopped, and I felt like way better.
You feel better?
Yeah.
Damn.
I actually had broccoli in my blood that doesn't suit me.
Right. Weird.
I need to do that, bro.
Yeah. You never know. You really don't know. But as soon as you start cutting these things out, like it got as niche as like bell peppers. It's like, don't do bell peppers. Don't do egg whites. Yeah. Crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I love bell peppers.
love a bell pepper. Have you ever?
I drink egg whites.
I wasn't a bulking, but
I was drinking them at the beginning of prep. End of prep, I cooked that shit and I put salad in that shit. I did everything for the volume, bro. In the beginning, I was just chugging that shit.
Oh my god!
I got this thing from what's his name? Fucking Matt August. He used to do these big giant salads. Had the craziest appetite. So I would get those boxes, the $5 boxes of the spinach and shit, and I'd smack a box a day at the end of my prep.
Yeah.
And how many calories was that?
Not that
200.
much.
Yeah, like 300 calories. Where your stomach is like,
less than that,
like fuck.
If you put spinach and lettuce, bro, you can make. Remember, if I was living with you, like I would make a huge ass bowl for like 300 calories.
When we were all living together, we all had our own like level of the fridge. And when Dorian was on prep, there would just be like a big bowl of Jello on my fridge level.
Jello is a heck, bro. No, Jello is bro. Make a Jello with a core powder or something like that instead of water. And half of the
protein shake and Jello.
Yeah, but half of it is like a Jello, but a protein Jello, and half of it is just a Jello. So it's like you have like 2 layers, bro. It's fire, I'm telling you, and it's like 50 grams of protein, nothing else, bro. And it's a huge ass ball of a.
How good is that for your stomach?
That sounds good as fuck.
I'm not sure about that. Yeah.
That sounds good. Let's transition out of bodybuilding.
Yeah. I was gonna say that.
I'm so out of the loop right now.
I actually want to know more about both of them because
dude. I want to like. It's just.
How did you start bodybuilding, bro?
Let's transition out of bodybuilding. How did you bodybuild?
I did 3 natty shows back in 2019, 2020.
Right.
Nice.
During COVID. I got COVID, lost my taste, and I was like,
You just got shredded.
I was like, bro, I can't taste food. I'm just gonna eat like really healthy shit.
They just stepped on stage.
And I did a show, yeah.
So it was an accident?
Oh my god.
No, it wasn't an accident. I wanted to compete, but like
Yeah.
the dirt show was literally like during the heart of like quarantine. So I was like,
shoot.
one, I had nothing to do, and 2, I couldn't taste or smell. So I was like, I'm gonna start eating
That's
ground turkey and rice every day.
really convenient.
Yeah. And I was like, where can I get this COVID?
Yeah, bro, I was eating like ground turkey, no seasoning, with like green beans, just like plain nasty food. Couldn't taste it.
Sounds fire.
Couldn't taste it.
For how
I was
long?
like,
I'll be honest.
For like the whole prep?
a year. I had no taste.
What?
Yeah.
Joy still this day, like he always preps his food. I always see him. Like no,
Bro's
I
not
swear.
prepping for anything. He's way.
That's the thing. Like
Videography, photography, we're all in the bit and like fitness and shit like that. Me and Harry eating like freaking nuggets. He's always preparing his food.
well, that's one of the things that stay with me during prep.
I don't eat nuggets anymore.
It's cap.
That's something
I got
that
no
is probably
nuggets.
never gonna stop. Like, even though I don't give a fuck right now, like I still like weigh my food. I still like use plastic containers and shit because it just became so natural to me. It's not dieting. I'm just like I like chicken and rice. You know,
Yeah.
that's the way I look
It's
at
so
it. Now.
convenient
Me
for
too.
me. I guess 5 out of 6 meals a day, I have weighed out as well.
Yeah, bro.
We have this
'cause,
place in the
dude, it's like the littlest amount of effort just to just weigh it and eat. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
It's a little bit psychotic though.
Oh yeah, to people that don't do it, it's
if you
insane.
don't get it, like it's like what? What difference?
Like,
does
dude,
it
you're
make?
weighing your rice, bro, like to the gram.
The thing that
For me,
is
go.
the thing that's convenient though is after you do it for enough time, you're really good at like eyeballing calories and portion
Yes.
sizes. So if you go to a restaurant, you're like, all right, this is roughly this much calories and carbs and,
Yeah.
and protein. So like that does help.
100%.
I had like 100 grams of protein last night at that
In one meal?
at that place, the
Oh, that place.
steakhouse.
Yeah.
How did you
The amount
feel
of meat I had, dude, I had to have like 100 grams of protein.
How do you feel afterwards?
Terrible. I went and got ice cream though, Cold Stone.
Did you feel better?
I had to top it off.
I saw Oliver. How was Monaco, bro?
What's that?
How was Monaco?
Monaco was sick.
You were there for F1?
Yeah. It was really cool.
Tell me about it.
It was just something I always wanted to see, and super happy to experience it. And you guys should come for sure. If you're into F1, you should go there.
You got
When's
my
the next
ticket
one?
covered?
I guess in a year. It's like May next year.
It's once a year?
It was for F1.
Yeah.
F1 Monaco. Yeah. Like was that your first time in the country?
F1 Monaco.
First time what?
In Monaco.
Yeah. It's such a small country.
Yeah.
Like it's
tiny.
literally like you can see the whole country when
when
you're there.
What was it? Because you live in Dubai, which is like a very wealthy, bougie place. But is Monaco like even more?
Yeah, because the country is so small, right? And in order to live there, you need to be fucking balling. You know, I think it's the richest country on the planet, or some like average like millionaire. Yeah, you know, some shit like that.
What did you learn from being there and being around those people?
Dude, I've been around a lot of different cool people.
I'm not rich.
And it was just cool to like see, you know, all the like. There's a lot of celebs there and shit too, and it was like, I mean, that's the top of the top of the top you can be at. Like chilling on a yacht in Monaco. That's like
at 21 years old.
Yeah, it was pretty sick. So, no, but it was cool, man. It was like a great experience. A little bit hectic though, because they close off the roads around it. Like they basically close off the whole country, because the Grand Prix goes around the whole country, right? Technically, because it's so small. So you have to wake up at like 6 a.m. in order to get into the city, or like into like the where you watch the race from. Right. So you go out, party till 5 a.m. You get back to the hotel at 5:30. You sleep for 20 minutes. You wake up. You have to go into.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that was like the downside of it, because it closed up all the roads and it's so packed.
But you could have also gone to bed earlier.
Yeah, I guess that wouldn't happen. Not in Monaco, bro.
It's not an option, bro.
Nah. What's a night out in Monaco like?
Just
bars,
similar to like, it's just kind of normal. It's just like a lot of cool people. A lot of cool people. Like Conor McGregor was there.
It's pretty cool.
We got on Conor's boat and shit, which was sick.
You were on Conor's boat?
Yeah.
What was that like?
Like for 5 minutes.
The Lamborghini boat.
Knew him. Yeah.
Oh, the Lamborghini?
Yeah, the Lambo boat, bro.
Oh, that thing is so sick.
Fire.
That was sick.
Wow, but it's a big boat, but it's not like a mega yacht. So you were probably like one of like 100 something people there.
No, we were just on and just hi to people.
You just jumped on.
Yeah, but I still been on I still been on his boat, bro. Like,
I was there. It got kicked off. I was supposed to be there, but I was on Connor's boat, dude.
That's insane, bro.
No, but there was a lot of celebs there. Like everyone was there.
What have you learned from being around like the past year or two, like all these wealthy ass rich people?
Everyone.
What is it like?
Everyone is a human being. Like they're nothing special.
Yeah.
Like, and fuck, bro. I mean, you learn a lot, and it's just like you realize that fame and shit doesn't mean anything really. You know.
Because bro, there's like rich and famous people, but then there's like rich, fucking filthy. Like they could buy anything. No. Billionaires.
I was hanging around a billionaire. I don't want to say who it is, but and he was like, you know, we traveled a little bit together and shit. It's just like next level, bro. It's like, it's insane.
I want to pick the brain of someone who has $1 billion, because they could do anything. They could literally do anything.
Yeah, but that's boring though.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean.
Imagine doing like I said this on our pod as well. Yeah. Like imagine spawning in GTA with the whole game completed and
you have like the money full.
Yeah, it's just like an infinity, you know. That means you play for an hour.
Start doing crime, dude.
Bro, you play.
Oh my god! Start punching old ladies.
No, you play for like an hour and then you fucking never play that game again. You know what I mean?
Dude, that's a good analogy though. Like, that's like rich and famous people like crash and burn because like they're like out of shit to do. They start doing.
But it's way there. Like you play the game right to get to that point. That's the fun part of it.
I mean, humans are we're like computers. We're problem solvers, right?
Yeah.
And it's weird, but I feel like we're constantly looking for like the next problem. If you're running out of problems, then you consider this thing a problem, right? Everything is like perspective. So at a certain point, it's like whatever this billionaire's problems are unfortunately affecting him as much as someone who his main problem is searching for food.
100%.
Yeah. So, someone like Dan Bilzerian, right? You think he's tired of doing the shit he's been doing for years?
100%.
Well, he kind of wants like, you know, I kind of just want to sit down with my family and eat dinner.
There was an interview that I'll always remember this because Dan was talking about how like he's like, imagine you wake up and you know you have a Michelin chef cooking you breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like to me, the best steak that money can buy is like if you were to just have McDonald's. Like it's what I do every day. Imagine your Toyota Camry is my Lamborghini Huracan. Like what's up from there? What gives me like you don't get an adrenaline rush from driving a Lambo because it's your daily.
Yeah.
You don't think that drinking the best wine is drinking the best wine because it's just like water. Like if your baseline is the most that the world can provide, how do you Like, how excited would you be if you just drove a Pagani right now? It would blow your fucking mind. You'd think about it for weeks, but for them, it's like, fuck it.
Aside from the hormones that it kind of brings out, but like psychedelics, for example, it kind of brings you back to like your baseline. You know, people say like, remember where you came from. Like, if you don't remember where you came from, you get used to everything that you're around. You get used to your spouse. You get used to like your new car. You get used to all of this shit. I think the only way for us to like exceed that and, you know, continue to have that happiness is like waking up with the intent like, holy shit, this is new. I had nothing before.
Yeah.
But you have to think about that. It's like a muscle that you have to exercise every day. And nobody just ever thinks about just exercising that muscle.
Yeah.
Unless you like put in your notes and like have like a clock in the morning to be like, write down 5 things that you're grateful for, you know, some shit like that.
Come back to Earth.
Also, everyone's come up is different.
I like that. I need to remind myself every day. I'll be honest, especially all 3 of us, bro. Like coming 2 years ago and something like we lived together, bro. We were nowhere, and now we're like sitting and like doing the podcast with you guys, for example, and stuff. But then even just that is like already, you know. But like you don't realize that because nowadays you're surrounded every day with like, you know, environment like this. But now when you said that, I'm like, yeah, for real, bro. I'm not just like sitting right now and like doing this podcast with you guys. It's already
It's the come ups, like people that. Some people just like were born into wealth or like, you know, it's different.
Yeah.
People that come up and have to grind for where they got to. You can relate to those people more.
Definitely.
But it's also, everyone, you got to remember where you came from. You also remember that nothing's promised. Like this girl will be gone tomorrow.
Exactly. That's why there's this thing that I talk about on every podcast and I talk about with everybody and I never stop talking about it, but I just don't want to. And it's my best friend that passed away. And you know, it does get easier to talk about every single time I talk about it. But the thing that is really strange about it is it's a death, but at the same time, I almost feel blessed with the entire experience, almost like it's something that he gave to me, because this guy, I'm just gonna say this real quick because it's a whole fucking spiel. This guy, he basically watched his mom die. His mom got shot by her boyfriend at the time, downstairs, and then he ran down to see her dead. His dad committed suicide when he was a teenager, so he had to take care of his 2 siblings by himself. Their house also caught on fire and also was flooded because he lived in Louisiana. Bro. He got stabbed when he was like 7 years old by his best friends. He moved to California, got into the military, had some altercations with that. When he was out in the military too, went partying in PB. Some girls went back home with some girls, and one of the chicks was super. Basically, she was really, really fucked up, and then she started yelling rape when she was alone with him when he was trying to take her phone because she stole his phone thinking it was hers. Long story short, they run after him like. They basically run after him like with bats, and they call the cops, and so he's running outside like basically naked, hides in a bush, and then someone comes up behind him. He like freaks out because he was also a little fucked up, right? Spins around, smashes the person in the face, and it's a cop. He smashed the cop's face in, so he went to jail for years. While he was in jail, a bunch of crazy things happened. You know, he made peace between like the whites and the Mexicans. That's how they say in jail. They say the whites and the blacks and all that stuff. And it's like teams. And then when he went out, also like became a firefighter. They wanted him to save a bunch of people. So he like as a firefighter while he was in prison, he saved a bunch of lives. And then one time this kid like committed suicide, shot himself, missed his brain. He was like writhing on the ground, basically choking on his own blood. Ryan came in, called an ambulance, saved the kid's life, and the kid was the son of the police chief officer.
Get the fuck out of here.
So Ryan got out of jail early.
Wow.
Right.
Damn.
What?
That's crazy.
And like he's just had a crazy life, saving tons of people's lives while having the most misfortune. I get a room. I gotta like be this guy's roommate for like over a year. And Dion and I, we went to day trip like a couple years ago for 4th of July, and we found out that Ryan had landed in a pool, hit his head, and basically broke his neck and like suffocated. And we fought for his life, but long story short, like during the entire process, all I could think about was like, what the fuck do I have to bitch about? Mm-hmm. What do I have to bitch about, man? Like, every day, if I feel upset, if I feel drained, if I feel like I just like I'm unlucky or I don't have what I want, you know, I get the blessing of remembering how great of a fucking person he was.
Yeah, you got to experience
how selfless of a person he was, even through everything he's been through, and it makes me really have a lot of gratitude for what I have.
Yeah.
So
that's an insane story. Yeah. Holy fuck, bro.
So that's why insane. I always remind myself every day. I'm like, this is like a muscle. I need to practice it.
Yeah.
Wow. I like that. You say practice it. Like, practice reminding yourself every day. Because then everything you do, you remember it. And not just every day. Like, the day as a whole. You look at every task you do, every interaction with somebody. I always say, like, pretend every interaction is your last with that person. How do you want that conversation to look like? How do you want them to say, like, oh, this guy, he was the best. He did this, you know? Mm-hmm. And that someone we could obviously all bring up is Joe, right? Every interaction was like fucking, he gave everyone the same energy. It was just positive. And I told him to his face on the pod, I was like, bro, you're a ball of energy. When you walk in a room, it's like everyone knows he's there. Like all the attention goes to him. And that's just like something you got to remind yourself, you know? Every day, treat it like it's your last and try to practice that.
Yeah, like you said, though, it's one of those things that you have to practice. It's a muscle. Like, if you, like, at first when you start trying something new, anything you do, if it's meditation, self-reflection, all that, like, that does feel like work for the first however long it takes, months. You do it every day for 6 months. Eventually it just becomes who you are. And like you said, like, how you treat people on a daily basis, like, you might have to try harder to be more cognizant of that when you first start, but eventually you want to be the person that does all these things just because that's who you are.
Exactly. You shouldn't be, that's why you practice it, because then eventually it becomes natural.
Yeah.
You don't want to be like, oh, be a nice guy to this person. Like, don't be a dick.
I mean, everyone comes from different backgrounds, right? Like, everyone has different upbringings, different experience with their family. But I mean, even I know everyone in this room has had a different experience with family and with siblings and with whatever, getting to where they are now. We're all sitting on the same couch. We all came from completely different places. Yeah. So, like, it is also important to remember that just because you're in the same room with someone, like, you guys don't, you know, there's a lot that makes you guys unique, and it's hard to sometimes understand that. So if someone acts a certain way that you can't quite figure out or put your finger on, like, don't just assume like that, you know, they don't get it or they're a bad person or something, because you have no idea like what that person's been through during that day, dude. Yeah. Honestly. So yeah.
This got me thinking, bro. Mind blown right now.
This is what I really appreciate Joe is even with everything he had going on with his mind, all the things that he had to take care of, he always had this amazing, like, beautiful level of presence with everybody he was with. And I find myself, like, when I'm talking to someone, sometimes I'm starting to think of all the work I got to do. Yeah. Sometimes I'm thinking, like, I need to leave here in like 5 minutes because I have this thing to do. And I'm not gonna lie, like, sometimes I get down on myself for that.
Being present, being present is hard, bro. Because
it's hard.
Especially we all do a bunch of different things, and you don't want to give someone else less time, give someone else less energy just because you have energy focused somewhere else. You want to try to. That's something that Joe did. You know, he was, everything he did was like, all right, 100%. I'm gonna be nice, be my person, be positive, and everyone got the same Joe.
It was epic.
Time goes by fast, man. Time goes by really fast. Yeah. Like we talk about this a lot about Houston when we were there. It's like, even when you're in the moment, you have to recognize you're going to look back on this moment and be like, this was amazing, dude. Like, the lives that we're living right now in 15 years are going to be like, dude, remember when we were in our 20s, fucking ripping a podcast with the boys and going to Monaco for Apple? Like, these are going to be the stories that you tell your grandkids, and you're doing it right now. Yeah. And it is hard sometimes to be standing there in that moment or in these conversations and be like understanding that this is the time you're going to look back on, right? You know, you don't want to look back on these times and it be like, yo, we were on our phones the whole time and like we weren't there. Yeah.
I think 100%. I was talking the other day when I think you were there also with Johnny. I was saying how that like also like kind of hit me hard for Joe, and like I think most of especially fitness community, because we're all we do the same things, right? All of us. And I really got scared at one moment, just because, like, you know, you never know when it's basically your last day. And I was like, I'm on the prep right now, for example. And I was like, I literally was on the bulk for a year. I was like, at some point, I was like, I'm not going to do it just because of that fear at one moment. And then Johnny was like, yeah, but do you really want to do it? And I was like, yeah, I do. And then Johnny was like, well, see, like, he was living his life to the fullest. So, like, you got to live your life without a fear in the end of the day, because even, like, if you're a whole day in a bed every day, you can still not be awake tomorrow. You know what I mean? So I think that's also pretty important, not to live with a fear what's going to happen, like, tomorrow, or just, like, try to enjoy the now this time. You know what I mean?
I realized I've strayed a lot in some of my content on YouTube because I had a fear for the future of not wanting to do it anymore, or of, like, what is going to happen when I quit bodybuilding, or is social media going to exist forever? And I realized it pulled me away from my passion, and by doing so, it also pulled me away from progress, to be honest. It actually hurt me rather than helped me.
Yeah, bro, it's a mental thing. When you see those numbers start going down, or, like, you're like, fuck, like, what if this doesn't work? What if this stops working for me? What am I going to do? I thought this was it.
That's like a good kind of transition question, though, is like, you were at a point in your life where maybe you didn't want to make that same content, and just because the views are there, or just because your community wants you to post YouTube videos, for example, like, at some point your what you want is going to change. So how do you, I guess you guys specifically, balance the content that helped you blow up and the content that you want to create? Because, like, you're actively doing something that is maybe going to get less views or whatever, but it's what you want to do in that moment. Like, how do you deal with that pressure from your own audience to create the stuff that they want versus you want?
Yeah, I was struggling with this a lot, because I was like, because obviously I just finished prep last year and shit, and that's exactly what my audience want to see. And now I'm like doing the opposite. I'm fucking out, drinking, partying, living my life, you know.
I'm sure you get messages all the time. Like,
not really though, because I genuinely think, like, if people don't fuck with me, then they could just stop following me and shit, you know. Like, if they like my content and they like me and like who I am, then they will fuck with what I like. You know?
I think that's the best way.
Yeah.
And you used to post every day, right?
Yeah, I posted every day for like 2.5, 3 years.
So then when you stopped that, were you like, all right, this might be the decline?
No.
Or did you think of it as like, all right, this is just a different
I never
fresh
thought
start?
of social media as a job or anything like that, honestly. Like, I never just, obviously now I earn money from it, so it's a blessing, and I do as much as I can to kind of, like, not earn as much money as possible, but if there's ways to entertain more people and benefit more from that, then I'll do that.
Of course,
like Snapchat and shit, you know. But I never thought of it as a job, or like, I never looked at. I look at numbers and shit. Everyone does, but like, I wouldn't get sad if I lost like 5,000 followers. You know?
Yeah, it's tough, bro. Because I want to say I don't care, but then I definitely do care.
In the beginning, I cared a lot.
Yeah,
but I was just like this fucking 18-year-old kid, and I just went to the gym every day and took content, and it was like it kind of just happened. But I remember at the time, I was waking up every day. I had like 1K extra on it, like 1K more followers every morning.
Oh yeah,
and that was fucking sick.
Yeah.
And then I was like, that got me even more motivated to do more content, and then
it's like,
and now I don't really care that much anymore, because I mean, I love social media and shit, but it's like, I don't know.
I think that's everybody. Like, obviously you grind to try to like make it, in quotes, obviously, but like, I would say you made it. Now you're kind of doing things you enjoy doing. You're not really chasing making it anymore, because you kind of got to where you want to be.
No, but I haven't made it though. Like, you will never make it.
Never get comfortable, but you're definitely in a position now that you dreamed of years ago, for sure.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And also, like, my close friends, like my really close friends, most of them don't even have fucking Instagram, you know?
That's amazing.
That's I love that, you know? And it's also like here in LA, example, like, clout is like the number one fucking thing, right? Everyone comes here, chase clout and do all this shit.
Who do you know?
People.
Like,
that's why I like Dubai as well, because most people just don't give a fuck about that, you know? Yeah.
In Dubai, most people don't.
Not really, bro.
Because everyone's eating, bro.
Because the top ballers don't even have fucking Instagram. They have a Telegram. That's it.
Because they sell a bunch of drugs. That's why.
Not really.
What's that?
I guess no, but like, you know what I mean. Like, it's not really like, I don't know. You wouldn't like trying to flash your clout there, really.
Yeah. That's nice.
It's more like collaborative out there, right?
Yeah.
I saw a good quote the other day.
It's
actually.
more about like who you know and like
yeah.
If people know who you are, then you know I don't know.
It's I saw a quote. It was like people at the top are competing. The people at the people at the bottom are competing. People at the top are collaborating. Which is, and I thought about that first. I was like, damn, that's because look at right now, bro. Like this is like perfect example.
The collab.
It's like, bro, fuck. I don't. The only person you're competing with is yourself every day. That's the way I look at it. Yeah. Like I'm just trying to get better every day, even if it's 1%. And then over time, you eventually get to where you want to be as a person in life, your career, physically.
I think having a mindset of abundance is for sure is pretty important.
Exactly.
Because when you don't feel like you have that abundance, that's where the competitive thing kicks in, and you feel like you all have to eat from like limited amount of like limited source.
Yeah.
But that's not really true, you know.
Yeah, multiple people can eat. It's not like there's one plate and everyone's fucking trying to. No, like we each have our own plate. We each have our own.
That's
food.
what I've noticed. Like coming here, there's so much fucking drama here, bro. Whereas over in Europe and like in the fitness industry now, in Europe and like Middle East even, like there's everyone is just doing their own thing and there's barely any drama there, man. Yeah. Like in between like the influencers and all that shit. You come here, you hear shit every fucking minute about someone, you know? But it's crazy.
In Europe is like probably the reason of that being is probably because it's literally 1% of the people than in America. You know what I mean? Like there is really not a lot of people in Europe.
No, but there's a good amount of fitness influencers there, you know?
Yeah, well, yeah, but like in each country, there's like 5 people. I just say like, for example, Germany, there's Johnny and then Paul, for example. You know, there's like 3 major people, and then everyone else is like kind of just trying to do something. So I think that's one of the reasons. Or because I'm from Europe, so like I know that up there, for example, judgment is way bigger than here.
Like when you look at someone on the street, yes,
exactly, yeah. Like,
but like all the top, like I know like most of the fitness influencers, right? And I only hear drama from this side of the world. And like you know, you hear shit sometimes here and there, but like everyone is just doing their own thing there. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
You said judgment is.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah.
Like if you that. Yeah. That's why people like dress so well and shit there, you know? Because
that's 100%.
If you look at fashion and stuff, if you go out on the street there, most likely every like most people you see will be like pretty well dressed, well groomed. Well, you know, they will behave in a different way. Whereas here, you can see people kind of like don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Bro, I literally was with my girlfriend in Europe, and I wanted to show her example coming in a store dressed like, for example, right now YoungLA, because they don't know what's YoungLA in Europe still, just coming like store like Nike or something, right? And then next day coming in a store with like, for example, I don't know, Dior shoes and stuff like that. Totally different approach, bro. Totally different approach. Yeah, people look at you materialistic 100%. People in Europe, the people even that I know will eat bread and butter just to drive BMW or Mercedes. It's like everything is just to be presentable, and it's like it's really weird. Like I literally moved out of Germany and stopped playing soccer because of like that, like judgment, and like just having the camera in the hands. Everyone's like looking at you. What the fuck is he doing and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's 100%. Yeah, that's what I struggled with when I started as well.
Yeah, 100%.
And then I stopped like really giving a fuck.
Yeah. America's way more chill about that.
Even speaking English in public there, people stare at you like
exactly,
you're a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Imagine that.
I remember that was
on the phone. You're just like, fuck
what's like the best way to explain that behavior?
Small environment, small, not enough ways to progress.
Small-minded.
Yeah, small-minded people, because I'm from Croatia, right? Croatia is one of the most beautiful countries in the world. Let's just say there is no options to grow there. You can't start business like in America and be all of a sudden, you know, everything works great. There is no money whatsoever. So like whoever kind of gets a little bit of money, they trying to show that they're different. You know what I mean? Like it's just small-minded. Like most of the countries, they're smaller. Of course, in like Germany, there is bigger countries that they do have money, so it's kind of different. They don't care as much if you wear. They still do care, I will say, more than here, but definitely not as much as like smaller countries like Croatia and stuff like that. There is definitely more like if you have something, if you drive a good car, like you can have whatever girl you want. It's not even a clout. It's like money talks, literally. So like, and even though those people don't have money, they just present like that. But yeah, I really didn't like that part. I really didn't. At some point, literally, I played soccer, and once I told you that, I think I told you when I signed first bigger contract, my first thing, like I bought like, I don't know, 10 pairs of Louboutin shoes, bro. And like, I don't even know why I did it, bro. I don't know, because I'm coming from that small-minded place, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I was just following this. I thought when I come back, people are gonna appreciate me more, and it was like that. But I like fast realized that I'm like, that's not me, literally. And then I literally gave away those shoes and came here in America after.
You know what's crazy?
Damn, give them away.
It's so uncommon. It's so uncommon here. When we were out, Oliver and I were out last night. Oliver gave me his Dior shirt. It's a pretty loud Dior shirt, right? It's loud. Like I look like not me.
You look like a pimp,
I look like a pimp, bro. So we're in line to get into this club at the end of the night, and like these girls, they're behind us, and they're like looking at the shirt, and like, is that Dior? And I was like, yeah, it's also not mine, it's his. and they're like, don't tell us that. We don't need to know. And I was like, I'm not gonna flex something that's not mine. I also don't care about material shit like that. Not 2 minutes later in that line, some guy's walking out the other way, and he goes, "Oh, this guy's got Dior, ladies. This guy's rich. This guy's rich."
Yeah.
And they walk out, and like obviously everyone in line's looking at me, and I'm just like, why do people?
Damn, you're the
care
main
like
character,
this?
bro.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And literally, yeah, no, seriously, just
No,
for
but
a
you
shirt.
look like the fucking main character.
But
you
then-
look like a
but
top G.
then
You look
the-
like you own the club.
But then okay, all right. But the point is,
I don't know why- I don't know why
that's
you
how
did
much
that.
It's actually the
attention.
beard.
That's how much attention a T-shirt gets you. I'm the same motherfucking
Yes.
person. He's got a watch on that's worth 50 times what the shirt is, but because I have a shirt that's worth $2,000, like everyone thinks like it blows my fucking mind. Like those girls are ready to just be like, oh, come home with me because I have a fucking expensive T-shirt.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
It's
like,
crazy.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I've never been like
I don't
that.
know.
I don't
Like
give a
human
fuck.
psychology and mindset with this
It's
stuff
crazy.
blows my mind because I've never cared about material things. Like obviously you still recognize it, but like that's not any way to establish value, bro. Because like you said, some people are just born with money and they can just have that, and some people had to work from nothing to afford an expensive T-shirt. But those people that had to work from nothing, very rarely are they the ones buying that loud shit because that doesn't matter, dude.
A $2,000 shirt. I don't know if I could ever do that. It's kind of crazy. But at the same time, like, you know, obviously it's cool. If you could do it, do it.
It's a hard piece, bro. It's gonna be hard.
It's a hard
He's like,
shirt.
bro,
Yeah,
he's like, bro,
it's a
it's
sick
hard.
shirt.
If you have enough money and you really like it, there's no problem about that.
sure.
You know what I
Right,
mean? Like, you
right.
enjoy
It was
yourself.
comfy, right? It
Yeah.
was comfy.
Yeah, you work hard for your money, spend how you want.
All right. It was a sick shirt. It was worth it. Like, yeah, I take back everything I said.
Be like, yeah, I brought home
the-
9 girls last night.
What's
Not
the
gonna
most
lie.
expensive thing you bought? It doesn't have to be designer clothes, or what's like maybe the most out of pocket thing that you've purchased.
I don't know. Maybe my car.
Yeah.
It wasn't even that expensive.
Hey yo. Hell yeah. That's a sick car.
Thanks, man.
Sick car.
What car do you have?
It's just a A4S or S line.
Oh
A4
yeah.
Audi.
I saw it yesterday.
It's just the Bugatti.
I just like it. I like the speaker. You know, I like the little rooftop.
Yeah, but I mean, that's not that out of pocket. Like you like it, and you like the
exactly.
brand.
Right.
No, that's in line.
Right.
Like do you have anything? Or you said the shoes that you bought when you might
Yeah,
had a little bit of
definitely
money.
those kind of stuff. And I had watches also. Like I think I bought Hublot or something before when I played soccer, and then I sold it later because, as I said, I literally didn't enjoy those kind of stuff. Now I would, because like now I can kind of like maybe one pair of shoes I can buy, and like it's not a problem maybe. But at that time I just signed the contract, like kind of got some kind of money, and I was literally buying just so other people can see, you know. And so that definitely wasn't like me, and everything was out of pocket, everything, whatever I got that time.
Yeah. My mindset changed with clothes because we get free clothes.
Yeah.
And we like work for clothing company and shit. So I don't know. I never, like now I feel like I really don't care about like buying crazy shit.
I really don't want clothes.
That's what I'm saying.
I do not have clothes.
Like my mindset changed so much. I do appreciate like nice shoes. Like
Right.
I remember when I visited LA, I bought a pair of Yeezys. That was my first time like buying Yeezys in the store, and it felt good. Like I was like, they're expensive as fuck, but I was like, you know what? I really wanted these, and I fucking got them. You know, I work hard, and yeah. I don't really buy much like crazy shit,
I
but
bought a lot of stupid shit, bro.
A lot.
Hey, what car? What do you got? G wagon right now?
No,
What car?
M3 comp.
Oh yeah, I'm3.
But you're gonna sell
22.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long did you have it for?
I bought it when did I buy it?
It's gotta be fun driving in Dubai.
April.
Sights.
April. And already you're sort of just like,
It's not even that. It's just like the warranty is
price.
up in like, I don't know. And because the warranty there is very short in Dubai. I don't know why. And plus it's just, I bought it because I got it for a good deal because my friend had to sell it because he left the country. So I was like, fuck, I'll take it.
hold up.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I'll take it. I'll take it. And so yeah, no, it's not my dream car. It's not my dream car, but it's a good vehicle. Yeah, it's fun to drive.
Going to pee?
I got a Beals, but I didn't want to.
And it's not fun to drive in Dubai, bro.
No?
Because there's speed cameras every fucking...
Really?
There's like a speed camera every 30 seconds.
Well, it's probably because every car is a fucking supercar, so they're like...
No, it's just because, I don't know, they can. You know, there's every 30 to like a minute is a speed camera.
Yeah. That's what New York is, too.
I thought it's opposite because of the desert and everything that you can like just...
There's speed cameras in the desert as well.
Oh, wow.
All the way out to like the other side of the fucking... Like the whole country is just...
Damn.
But there's roads, obviously, where you can fucking go. But then there's this... I don't know.
Does Dubai have one airport?
Yeah, I guess they have the main like big airport.
Yeah.
Like LAX, basically.
What's the flight here to Dubai? How long is that?
16 hours.
Oh, it's not that bad. I
It
want to
is
go to
bad,
Dubai.
bro.
It's pretty bad.
It's the longest flight you can take on the
16
planet.
hours.
Yeah.
It's not the best.
Dude, 16 hours.
Yeah.
16 hours in a seat, bro.
Middle seat? I
Middle
feel like
seat.
if you're flying Dubai, you can't be middle seat. Like it's kind of...
Nah. You gotta upgrade, bro.
But I feel like
Movies,
everyone wants
though.
first class if you're going to Dubai.
Do you fly first class, Oliver?
No, I haven't. No, not first class. I usually fly business.
I
though.
never flew first class. I'm not gonna lie. Once in my life, but from LA to New Mexico, which is like our flight, and Alpha would pay for that. So
That feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like that feeling of walking past those people, going to the back. It's just that, you know, it's that feeling of like, I'm a
guy.
They're just looking at you. I'm like, you're like, yep, I'm a peasant. I'm in row 32 in the back.
Yeah.
Enjoy your fucking...
I wouldn't spend fucking... If you fly first class from here to Dubai, it's probably like 15 grand.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Because of Emirates.
Hey, if you got it, bro, fuck it.
Yeah.
Actually, one of my followers wanted me to ask Oliver, how old were you when you started lifting?
When I started lifting?
Yeah, you started doing the whole bodybuilding thing.
It's hard to say because I used to play soccer or football, like we say in Europe. But I used to play soccer for a good amount of time, and then we started lifting with the team like once a week when I was like 14, and then that slowly like transitioned into like a few times a week, and then when I was like 15, 16, that's when I really like went hard. 16, I'd say. Yeah.
16.
Like
Nice.
that's when I started really lifting. Yeah.
So it's been about 5 years now.
Yeah, 5-6 years. Yeah.
Do you feel like you have like good genetics for it, or do you feel like you had to work really hard for it?
Yeah, because I don't really train anymore, bro. But when I was training really hard, yeah, I did pretty good, So, and I got big pretty quick in the beginning too.
Yeah, I don't know many 21-year-olds that look like that, whether they're taking shit or not. Seriously.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I'd say, I have probably good genetics. Yeah.
Do you have other questions that they asked?
Let's see.
Q&A.
You guys have really slippery headphones, bro.
Damn, he's cooking our headphones, bro. We didn't make them.
You got wet ears, bro.
Shit. Wet ears.
It's your ears, dude.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you're able to talk about this, but someone asked what protocols that Milos did with you.
What, like gear and shit?
He just said protocols, so probably I'm assuming he's interested in the gear.
I mean, yeah, like everything under the sun. Basically.
Deer
No, but it was a
antler.
good amount. Like, not too crazy, honestly. It was like, trend, test, most of the compounds, right? Good amount, like with the dosage, growth. But I didn't do insulin or anything.
You
like
didn't
that.
do insulin?
No,
Okay.
no.
I know
he's known
I know
for
he's
insulin.
king for insulin, right?
Yeah. And
King.
Did he suggest it and you were like, nah, I don't want to?
he suggested it after my show to like rebound really hard and get fucking massive.
Oh my God.
But bro, I don't even know what will happen because I
get
went up to like
diabetes.
240
It
without
sounds
it.
it sounds very scary, right?
Yeah.
And I never wanted to do it, but I talked to a
But
lot
bro, I
of
heard it fucking works.
Well, I talked to a lot of very, very knowledgeable people
Yeah.
in the field for my podcasts. Surprising to me, I realized if you're doing anything like bodybuilding related and you're taking GH, it's actually probably smarter for your health to take insulin as long as you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
The only thing that's scary is overdosing and then not having enough carbs.
Yes.
But like if you're not a dumbass and you know how to do that properly, it will actually help your insulin resistance because your insulin resistance is going to increase from taking growth hormone. And that is a big factor to some health complications later in your life.
Yes.
So technically, taking the insulin is actually probably more beneficial for your health
Oh, wow.
at small doses.
It's just more risky at
at
the
smart,
time, I
smart,
guess,
smart
right?
doses.
But yeah.
Right. Like if you're doing a high carb day and you're doing a lot of high carbs on that day, then maybe that's a good day to take some insulin so you don't, increase your insulin resistance even more.
What about if you're taking like only 2 IUs or 3 IUs of a GH? Do you need insulin then?
It really depends per person. Some people get insulin resistance at 4 IUs. Some people get insulin resistance at 8 IUs. It really just depends per person. So what you got to do is you just got to continuously check your fasted blood glucose every morning, you know, see how you're responding. If it slowly keeps increasing at like a certain level of GH, say 3, maybe you tone down the GH, or you come off of it, or you take berberine and metformin. You also do like a low carb like period of time, or you take some insulin.
Where do you learn all this stuff?
Yeah,
I feel like you're very knowledgeable when it comes to like the diet and you know,
gear.
Yeah,
I just like, I'm really interested in all this shit because it's like a lot of fun for me. I like thinking like we're Captain America and we're trying to make ourselves like these Captain America soldiers. But it's just that's why I started the podcast and I called it Trend Spare, and just like I've never taken trend in my entire life, and I don't. I had planned to for like my first pro debut, but I don't think I will now. Especially after hearing Chris Bumstead say on Chris Williamson's podcast that's coming out.
Oh, dude, Monday. I gotta watch that. You watched it?
No, it's coming out this Monday, but they put a small clip, and he said that he doesn't take trend anymore. Yeah. And I've heard about this from so many bodybuilders that they don't take trend anymore because there's no need to. You know, because the side effects and the toxicity outweigh the benefits, to be honest.
Open bodybuilders said that, or classic and physique
just like bodybuilders and coaches. A lot of smart coaches say that too.
Yeah.
Chris Bumstead said that. So if Chris Bumstead says he doesn't take trend now, I trust him. You know, I'm pretty sure that at his level, his health is a priority. He can take Primobolan like on his off season, and he can do whatever else he's going to do for his actual.
Dude, he literally told, like, we were with him in Aspen. He was like, dude, I don't work out when I'm not prepping and shit.
Wait, what?
No, it's like when he's like
he
off.
takes like 4 months.
He's like
off.
he's off. Like he's off. Like this off season is actually like off. He doesn't.
Yeah, I heard that.
He does like nothing.
that's why I wanted to say that he's probably one of the rare people that actually doesn't take trend.
Yeah, wait. But you said he doesn't work out. Like that's not.
No, for real.
That's what he said. He said he takes like 4 months
like
off.
He's really off.
He was like, he's like, what do you mean you take 4 weeks off? He's like, no, like for months I don't like train regularly or diet regularly. I just take it off like a vacation completely.
Yeah, it's kind of
He
crazy.
doesn't train regularly?
Yeah, I'll find the clip.
I heard the same.
It really is crazy.
He's the 0.00001%.
Bro, he's fucking C.
Which is why I look at you when you're saying like, if Chris doesn't do it, then I don't have to do it. Like, what Chris does is like nobody else can do exactly what Chris
does. He's the 0.001, but also works like he's the hardest worker in the room too. So that's why he's fucking.
Basically, that I watched that yesterday. That's what he was saying. He was like, I excluded trend, but I implemented more work to balance that out. Basically, he was like, yeah,
right. Still, the thing is, from my knowledge and all the compounds out there and everything, you really still don't need trend. You really still don't need it. It's not fucking worth it, bro. Huh?
What did you say?
So you don't need trend.
I said with all the available compounds out there, all the things that you could do, all the combinations, plus on top of your proper diet, nutrition, diet, training, everything, you really don't need trend.
No.
You don't. There's a lot of other compounds too to make you look dry and make you look full, you know. You really just don't need trend. Everyone just thinks trend is just like all those things in one.
I'm gonna hop off. I'm done, bro. My last day is today. Keep going.
It's also just got a lot of like you didn't feel any mental side effects from it.
Like I said earlier, bro, I was just fucking.
Nice. Oh, so maybe that was the reason, though.
I definitely heard some crazy.
But it was good. It benefited me.
I definitely heard some crazy trend stories.
You have heard some?
Oh, not me personally, but
if I've heard some,
I've heard like people say like
I heard someone
you start feeling some weird shit, weird thoughts.
I got a crazy trend story because it's gonna be on a podcast I'm about to post.
Oh, really?
It was Dr. Adam Hotchkiss, who is he was hired by More Plates More Dates for their clinic.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy's really smart. He did the whole thing with Larry Wheels and Josh Manoy on checking out Josh's blood work to see if he was natty. So he's a really, really smart dude. He had a story where he took tren, and when he took tren, he had black stuff lactating out of his tits, out of his nipples.
Oh,
it wasn't even
disgusting.
White. It was black.
Bro, what?
Isn't that crazy?
Chocolate milk?
And that's happened to multiple people.
Dude, that's insane.
I heard some people turn like gay and stuff, you know?
I was gonna say that too, but I don't want to say. I did hear that too.
I actually had a video. I had a video with Bradley Martin and Marshall cruise
Hey,
where we were talking about that stuff, and Brad's just like,
That's crazy.
Brad's like, you sure they're not just gay?
Trend made me do it,
bro. Trend made me do it.
Since you know, what if you like take like what would be like the lowest dosage that you can take and like not feeling side effects?
Trend?
Like 200 milligrams of
Trend?
I've heard that the difference between like 100 and 400 is negligible. Like once you take enough trend, like it's like you're already there. That's what I've heard.
I've heard people do like, I mean, you know James, right? He said
I know
before,
James,
yeah. He said before that he did like 75 milligrams a week or some shit.
Yeah.
7 to
Yeah, it's like super micro doses and just.
Oh,
it
I thought
actually
you
worked.
said 700.
No, 75.
So like a little amount every
75.
week.
Yeah, just like a small
So,
amount.
I've heard people do that.
First time I took
here's
trend, it was James pinned me on New Year's Eve.
James is also
James
like the
did it.
0.00001%.
I think that with all this stuff, and I'm sure we can all agree, you're introducing foreign compounds. Everyone's body is different. Everyone's going to react differently. Like James's stack is incredibly unique. So like everyone's going to have different stories and different reactions
100%.
to this stuff. So it's like, it's really hard to have like a one size fits all because dude, you could be someone that is incredibly well receptive to just like DECA or D-Bull.
Yes.
And like some people who just need to take tests. Like it's all so individual that it's so hard to be like, generally speaking, here's how this should go. Like it's pharmacy. It's pharmacy. Like
There's a lot of
This is true.
hyper responders, bro. I
Right.
saw a lot of people
Right.
hyper respond. They will say like he's on shit ton of drugs and he's taking like 200, 300 milligrams of test and that's it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Steroid talk, man.
I remember hearing there was a video back then where Chris said like he never took GH and he never took like insulin. I don't remember if you saw that. I wonder if that's true now.
You think he's capping? You thought he, like back then?
I don't remember how big he was or what stage of his career he was back then, but it would be hard for me to believe that he hasn't taken GH now as a 3-time Mr. Olympia classic physique champion.
Same, bro. Same with the trend. He was probably up to now for like 3 years taking trend, and now he stopped. He said he was using it before, so it's probably like he wasn't that for 2-3 years to get in that shape.
sure.
Probably, yeah.
Doesn't
Mr.
Ronnie
Olympia.
claim natty? Like he went pro natty?
Who?
Ronnie?
He said he claimed.
What?
Yeah, went pro.
He looks so crazy too.
Bro, he looks fucking
Wait,
looks so
Josh is
insane.
natty?
Manoy?
Yeah.
Josh claims
I know
natural.
him personally.
Yeah, but you said he got tested and stuff.
He got tested, but it doesn't mean really anything.
Yeah.
And doctor, like, not only did Larry say that, the doctor said that as well.
Damn. Dog, he looks incredible.
He does.
I would
Looks
just say
amazing. He's
based
Mr. Universe now.
Yeah.
Actually?
Yeah. He just
2 times, bro.
What?
wait. Was this the second?
And
He was
NPC?
second one. Yeah, there was second. He defended this year and he won again.
Oh, no way.
That's fucking awesome.
But based on like you can, honestly, I will even say that he might be because of like when someone's there, you can see that crispiness, right? And I was watching him on Universe. He looks fucking great, amazing, but there is no that dryness.
You can tell he looks
you know?
natural
Graininess,
on
yeah.
stage.
Exactly, right? Like
Right.
based on his arms, I wouldn't say he's natty. Everything else, I will be
Right.
like, okay.
You can see it in his core. You
yeah.
can see it in his glutes.
Yeah.
There's water held in the subcutaneous layer more
exactly.
Damn. Yeah, he looks fucking crazy.
What question did you want to ask?
Me?
Yeah. You have a question that you want to ask?
I don't remember.
Make
anymore.
one up.
I don't know. Oliver, did you want to ask any questions?
You got a question?
I haven't thought about it, man. I'm just chilling.
I still want to run the IG live too and get a question for the guys.
Oh, yeah. Shit was down last time.
Oh, we can ask the legacy question now and then do the pod or the live at the end.
What's the live?
We do on IG live and
We hop on
let
live
the fans
and,
like
like,
ask
for
a
real?
question. Yeah.
We let someone join while we're like mid pod.
Do you want to do it right now?
Yeah,
Let's do the legacy question. So like, what does the word legacy mean to you, and what do you want your legacy to be?
That's a deep question, bro. I mean, like,
Time to think.
just leave something behind, like Joe has done now. Like he really opened up my eyes to that as well, because he really left something behind, and it's kind of when I look at what he left behind, it's kind of like, wow, that's what I want to do as well. Not just necessarily in fitness, but just like in life in general. Like fucking get out there, find what you love to do, experience stuff, create as many memories as possible, and then just share that with the past, like the future, I guess, future generations. Yeah, man.
Like that.
Find what you love to do.
I do like that.
What does the word legacy mean to you, and what kind of legacy do you want to leave?
Help as many people as I can before I pass away, and then just be the best person I can possibly be. Just love the most I could possibly love.
Yeah, that question like hits different now with Joe, because
I know
hearing him answer that when he was alive, you just take it in like, oh yeah, like that's great. But then once that person's gone, those words really hit, because then it's an actual legacy. That's why we call it legacy loading, because every day you're doing something, you're making relationships, and every day it's loading, like whatever your legacy is going to be. And like now that he's gone, it's like, dude, like what he said is his legacy.
Yeah.
So now it's real. It's a real legacy now.
Yeah.
It's
Can you
fucking
expound
crazy.
on what he said? What his answer was?
It's in the it was fucking like, it was great. Everything he said, it was just like, it really is what he left.
Yeah, it was like on
Touching
point.
people. It was literally on fucking point. Yeah.
Yes.
We'll play it real quick.
I'll play the. I'll play this the raw clip from the podcast.
When you see C's, by the way, do you think he left a legacy behind?
I love how he brings up Ziz right away.
See, this is all I want to do, is just go down in history as someone that can be remembered for what he did for the industry.
Yeah.
In
And
terms
what do you think your value is that you bring to the industry?
a lot of motivation
Yeah.
and inspiration in terms of like keep pushing, be disciplined, be consistent, believe in yourself, and also like I have bad days. I share this with you. You can have bad days too. That's completely okay. Just like I'm a mental support for people, I would say. Something to be able to hold on to. Like that's what I also got told a lot. And that was what I want my legacy to be remembered for. Like this guy that influenced millions around the globe to be a better and stronger individual, and like physically and mentally more healthy.
Yeah.
When you
It's,
So he did, bro.
It's different, bro.
Because now it's a real legacy now, It was just a podcast question, but now it's real,
I didn't even know that he used the word mentor. It was just a word that I always use for him, because there's no one else I could think of except maybe for Clark Fit that was like willing to give me the time of fucking day, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like
He believed in you
Like,
sometimes more than yourself.
sometimes when, at least for me in social media, it feels like nobody else gives a shit. Like they're all just out there like looking out for themselves sometimes, and it's true to an extent, because everybody only has a certain cup to fill, and like a certain amount of energy, and especially if you're in LA, everyone's work, like gotta get this done. But not him, bro. No.
It's crazy.
Even with all his influence,
It's just
so.
this is mind blowing, bro. The short amount of time that we got to connect, like the impact he left, and it's like you kind of learn how to live life from him if you watch him. If you go to his page, just like look at all the shit he's done.
I learned a lot.
Teaches you how to live, like teaches you how to talk to
met him when I
people.
was 18, bro.
Don't be afraid to do crazy shit,
Yeah.
like because you'd rather die with like less what ifs. You don't want to be old and have all these. What if I did this? I wish I did this. You want to just do it all, like while you're here, and you fucking did that.
The more people that came out and had things to say, I mean, dude, he had the time of day for anybody, no matter who you were, and he believed in you, and he told you like, I see this in you, and I want you to be the best version of yourself, and here's what he would just make suggestions to everybody. He's like,
Yes.
but it's all personal. It's personal. He's like, hey, here's what you're good at. Do this.
Yeah.
Go do more. Even on your podcast, he was like, do this. Like he believed in everybody and individually, and he would send voice messages to people, again, it didn't matter who they were. And like I know with Joe Andrews, he met Joe one day, and that same day he would send him a bunch of voice messages being like, you should consider doing this, you should do this. Like, yeah.
Crazy, bro.
You want to pull up the live?
Yeah, fuck the live up. Jeez.
I'll record it.
people like that make me really happy to be alive, dude. Pretty suicidal as a kid, so.
No regrets. Go. Yo. Is that me?
Yeah.
That was my voice?
It's lagging behind.
All right, we're back. Let's go. Let's get someone in here. What's up? Mantello said, can Oliver do an ollie?
If I can do an ollie.
Ollie.
I used to be able to do an ollie, actually.
Yo!
Ollie doing an ollie.
Wagwan, bro.
What's good, bruh?
What's up?
Where you at? What state are you in?
Yeah, put the
Tulsa, Oklahoma. How's that? How's life out there?
I mean, it's not bad. The people was cool, but the gym is like it's just now kind of like growing over here.
Okay.
But yeah, it's not bad.
Cool, bro. Cool.
I'm trying to like stay, you know.
I feel you. We got Oliver and we got Nyle here. Dorian's here too, and Harry, obviously.
What up?
You got a group question or an individual question, whatever you got.
Really, I got one for Oliver since he's just like now like in the States, kinda.
Yeah, what's up? You good, man?
What's different from like where you're from to like the U.S.?
Oof.
Like the people,
It's a
the
lot.
parties,
It's
the
very
clubs.
different, man. It's very different here.
Yeah.
The people are, I'd say, more open-minded here and doesn't really care that much about. They're less judgmental here for sure. We talked about this in the pod as well, and it's more. I live in Dubai now, obviously, and there's no culture there. There's no like. It doesn't have that homey feeling which you do here, and also the way. I don't know. It's a very deep question because like there's a lot of stuff, different stuff, right? There's a lot of differences.
Yeah.
You've been there, Harry. You know like how different it is.
Culture.
Yeah. It's very very religious over there, which here is more like open and you know it's not as deep and
How's the
food
food?
is better.
Food's better too.
Bigger portions here. Bigger portions. I love the portion sizes.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Also got one for Nyle.
Yeah. Huge. This dude's on it, man.
How are you able to balance like the good vibes, like the parties and like the gym?
We just talked
Like,
about that.
bro,
Yeah,
your balance is insane, bro.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate you. No, yeah. So, we talked about this earlier, but it's all about. I don't want to condone any substance use or anything, but it's all about figuring out what kind of, I guess, a dose of your own medicine, like what sustains you and what's actually good for your health, and then making sure you're preserving that in both your lifestyle, your daily life, you know, your party lifestyle, and also like in your work. And so what I did is I made sure that they worked in tandem with each other. So me going out was me getting my my socializing in and my community in. That's necessary for mental health. And then me getting my dancing, my walks, and my steps in. That's necessary for cardio. It's necessary for keeping myself lean. And then finally, I would bring like my protein and shit with me. So I ate that every 3 hours while I was out. And that way I stayed anabolic. Right. And then made sure I didn't take any drugs or anything that would affect my like organ health or long-term health or whatever, things like that.
Right. That's sick.
Good response.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
Great
Corey,
question, man.
thank you, bro. We appreciate you.
Hey, I appreciate you guys, bro.
Yeah, man, we're back. We're back. We appreciate you tuning in. All right, dog.
Take care, man.
Peace. Your
Yep.
battery's about to die.
Yeah, I actually want to say something that we forgot to say in the very beginning. Hold up, let me just stop this recording. We should include this in the very beginning of the video, but this podcast is going to be going up on both Nile's YouTube and ours. It's going to be the same video. So if whatever channel you're watching it on, yeah, like that's just know that it's going to be on both. So yeah.
Please give Legacy Loading a 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube.
Go subscribe to Nyle
and Foreign Talk, bro.
And Foreign Talk.
Foreign Talk.
All right, we we're gonna wrap this one up.
Anything else?
Battery's dying.
Run out of battery.
No battery, but
last notes. Anything? Appreciate you guys all coming together.
Good
This was
pod,
dope.
man.
We threw this
Good.
together in one day.
Yeah.
We were just like at the gym lifting. We're like, all right, let's do a triple pod. Or like,
Right.
all right,
That's how the best things happen.
Yeah, hell yeah.
great combo. Great combo.
Drop
All
a
right.
comment. Let us know who you guys want to see on the pod.
Follow everybody.
here.
Watch all the pods.
Be safe. That's all. See you guys in the next one.
Love you guys. Peace.
Peace.